It's Madden NFL 24, and all eyes are on the Jaguars. Speedy running back. He had a great week last week, well over 100 on the ground with a score.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
All set for the first of 5 international games this season. The Falcons and Jags underway from London. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, Mayfield. It's caught by Aguilar. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Touchdown, Falcons! Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And a short pickup to about the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 31 yards there and a 1st down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed. And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option. And they're right down here looking for 6. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They run straight ahead with Snell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Benny Snell, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Mayfield on 1st down. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Mayfield to throw it. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 64 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now a give here to Snell. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Benny Snell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least...
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Another run with Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Jags. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Jaguars at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they're...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large body tight ends.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Give running right is Mitchell.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
80 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Now Ka'imi Fairbairn for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. George Pickens, 79 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Down to about the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Mayfield looks to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running left, Achane. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. Again, it's Achane. And a good one here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 4-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it in there. I bet he would have tried to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of there where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. They're going to look to throw. And it is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. K.J. Hamler from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all polished off on the touchdown reception by K.J. Hamler. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Unable to corral him. He fights through. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Falcons. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Devon Achane to the offense, ready to go once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now a throw here, hold in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finds Pickens out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Under pressure, they got him again. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with you. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Rolling to his right.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards to pick up there.
That's good for Jacksonville.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
83 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
They'll run for it with Achane.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll go. Achane.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Mayfield now. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up fourth down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
On 3rd down, Achane. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw, Mayfield. This to Arnold on the short pass. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Achane. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3 quarters in the books. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Touchdown! Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. George Pickens back out now with the rest of the offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at about the 14. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Jaguars getting set to go. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. run for it with Snell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On second down, a run by Achane. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely third down pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it.
He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now Mayfield.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
Mayfield looks to throw.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
And he is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guys time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
Mayfield on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
And again, it's Mayfield. Pass complete, Samuel.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. Now Mayfield. Now a short one to Gesicki.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it. That's
oh, no, he lost the football. And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of garbage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two. Play the best defense you can and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This a long one from 54. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And not much
Watch happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's again to Achane.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Personal foul. Unnecessary running. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Snell.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game, but